Coming up next on Look Today, we talk with Ballston Spa Superintendent Dr. Joe Dragoni at the grand reopening of the Milton Terrace and Wood Elementary Schools. Plus, changes continue at the Glens Falls Civic Center, and I have some details. And we've got an update on the boat explosion that happened in Lake George on Tuesday. It's all ahead on Look Today. Oh, thanks. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and here's a look at what's making news today in Saratoga, Warren, and Washington counties. In our lead story, Joseph Sheehan, the man hurt in the boat explosion on Tuesday in Lake George, is in critical condition. He's currently in the burn unit at the Westchester Medical Center. Now, the accident occurred after an explosion happened during the fueling process at Fisher's Marina on Pilot Knob Road in Lake George. Hunter Tyminski, who was helping fuel the boat, was taken to Glens Falls Hospital with minor injuries. Well, Warren County Sheriff Lieutenant Steve Stockdale says the boat's engine's blower may have remained on during the fueling process and could have led to the explosion. Lake George Park Commission Director of Law Enforcement, Joseph Johns, said that firefighters towed the boat to a rocky area and secured it overnight. Now, the boat did not sink and the gas tank didn't rupture. John said gasoline did not spill into the lake and there was no significant environmental impact. No charges are anticipated in the accident. Now, changing from news to weather, it appears that it will be a near perfect holiday weekend. Just how warm will the temperatures get? Well, for the latest, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. And back to the news. Well, since the Adirondack Civic Center Coalition took over the Glens Falls Civic Center from the city, numerous changes have already been made. They brought in Jeff Mead to manage the arena. They have announced multiple upgrades to bring the arena up to date, and now they are changing the concession stands. The coalition will end the contract with Ovations, a move that will save them at least $100,000 a year. Arena manager Jeff Mead said that Ovations received 10% of the gross revenues and 6% of net revenues, plus they got a contract fee. Well, by ending the contract, they will keep 100% of the revenue and lower expenses. The change comes as the coalition tries to be more self-sufficient and self-sustaining. Well, Mead says the arena will hire a concession manager and still offer the same type of food. The Warren County Board of Supervisors agreed to release a third payment to the coalition at their recent committee meeting. In other news, the Ballston Spa Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Joe Dragoni, welcomed families to the grand reopening of the Wood Road and Milton Creek Elementary Schools, and this happened last night. Parents, teachers, and students got to take a tour of the newly renovated schools and were treated to a barbecue afterwards. Students and teachers talked about all the hard work that went into the grand reopening before they cut the ribbon to make it official. Well, Look Today caught up with Dr. Joe to discuss the opening.
Well, it's so exciting to be finally reopening two more of our fully renovated elementary schools. The classrooms are redone. We have a 16,000 square foot gymnasium that was re-outfitted from head to toe. We have new library spaces, new media center spaces, top-notch technology in all of our classrooms for our staff and for our kids. So it's just a lot of great energy as we open the school year.
That's one amazing school district. Congratulations to Joe and Laurel and the whole gang at Ballston Spa. Well, also in the news, former Hudson Falls Police Sergeant Scott Mouthrop has pleaded guilty to theft. The guilty plea is for petty larceny. However, a felony grand larceny charge will be dropped. Mouthrop resigned from his post after being accused of stealing from the Hudson Falls Police Benevolent Association. He has paid full restitution and a $300 fine. Now, under the plea deal, there is no probation, and Mouthrop is free to seek another job as a police officer. Well, still to come, Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation's Vice President of External Affairs, Diana Pekulski, is here to discuss the 6th annual 5K run, the Run for the Horses. Now that event is happening this Saturday in Saratoga Springs. Plus, we sit down with Queensbury at-large supervisor candidate Rachel Sieber, who discusses why she is running for re-election. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, or join us for an interview, give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000.